Hello Chris here. In this video we're going to make our grassland in Blender. So first open Blender, then select the cube and shift to select the lamp, then press delete to delete both of them. Now we need to add a plane, shift plus A, mesh plane. Now we need to scale this plane, so S to scale 100 to scale 100 times, press enter. Now if I press N in the keyboard, you can see XY dimensions is 200 meters. Now we need to apply the scale, so Ctrl plus A, scale. Now select the camera, press N in the keyboard and change the X location to 0, X rotation to 90 degree and Z rotation to 0. Then go to top view using number 7. Then select the camera, G to move, Y to move along my axis. I'm gonna place it to here and change this to -61. Then go to front view using number 1, G to move, Z to move. I'm gonna place the camera to here and change this to 8.5. If you want the exact dimensions I am using, you can see it here. Now go to camera view using number 0. As you can see, it's like this. Now go to object data properties after selecting this camera icon, then change the focal length to 30 and change the clip end to 1000. As you can see, it's looking like this now. Now we need to make this camera into an appropriate position. So shift plus grave key in the keyboard and move the camera to an appropriate position like this. Then change this X position to 0, Z rotation to 0. Then press N to hide that window. Now we need to make the terrain. So select the plane, go to edit mode using tab, select all using a key, right click, subdivide. Then go to this menu and change the number of cuts to 100. Then minimize this. As you can see, it's looking like this. Then right click again, subdivide one more time. Now if I go to X-ray mode and select the ones inside the camera and go to top view, as you can see, these are the ones visible to our camera. If you want, you can delete the rest, but I'm not going to do that though. Go to camera view again. Now we're going to make hills in this model. So go to vertex selection mode, turn on proportion editing. Select this one, G to move, Z to move, increase the proportion editing circle to something like this, and I'm going to move this to here. The camera view, make sure you can see what you're doing. Go to here and change this to select circle. Then I'm going to select this area. Go to top using number 7. As you can see, this is area we selected. I'm going to increase this circle radius. Select this area like this to make our pond. Make sure it's not uniform. Don't need this much. Control select this to deselect this once. Now that we selected this area, turn on proportion editing, then G to move, Z to move, reduce the proportion editing circle to something like this. G to move, Z to move to here, Control plus minus to decrease the selection to here, then G to move, Z to move, and move it to here, then Control plus minus again to something like this, G to move, Z to move. Now we need to add a plane, shift plus S, cursor to selected. This will place a 3D cursor at the center of the scene like this. Then go to object mode using tab, shift plus A, mesh plane. Select the plane S to scale and scale it to here. Go to top view using number 7, S to scale and scale it to something like this. Then Control plus A, scale. Now we need to move this plane up a little. So come out of X-ray mode, G to move, Z to move. Then select this one, go to edit mode using tab, go to select a box, select this one, G to move, Z to move. Now go to camera using number 0. Now we need to make a walking path. So go to select a circle, and select these ones here so that we can see it clearly. Go to top using number 7. Now we need to move this down a tiny bit. Make sure proportion editing is turned on. Then G to move, Z to move. Reduce the circle of influence to something really small like this. So you can press Shift to move it in a small amount. Then go to object mode and make sure it's not too much. I think it's too much. Go to edit mode again. G to move, Z to move. Go to object mode. Now we got a walking path, a pond and a terrain. We go to camera view, we can see that clearly. We'll apply a subdivision surface modifier later to smooth this out, but we don't need to worry about that now. Now we need to rename these planes and move to new collections. So select this one, press F2 in the keyboard, change the name to ground. Select this one, press F2 in the keyboard, change the name to water. Now shift to select these both, press M in the keyboard, new collection, ground and water. Then click OK. Now select the camera, press M in the keyboard, new collection, camera and lighting. Then click OK. Now we need to apply materials to the ground and water. So we need to download a soil texture. So go to textures.com and type in soil. I'm gonna select this one. You can see the name here if you want the exact same one I'm using. Then download this albedo. Then download the normal map. Then download the roughness map. Then close this. Then close this window. Now select the plane. Go to shading tab. Press period key to zoom into that one properly. Select the plane. Click new. Make sure an add-on is enabled by going to edit preferences. Go to add-ons and type in node and make sure the node wrangler add-on is enabled. Then close this window. Then select the principal BSDF. Control Shift and T in the keyboard. Then go to the textures we just downloaded. I'm gonna select this one. So select the albedo. Control select the normal and the roughness. Then principal texture setup. As you can see, this will apply the soil texture to that one like this. Then I'm gonna change this to object. So you can see it's really small right now. And then change this to box. And change this to box. And change this to box. And make sure the strength is 1 and the non-color color space for normal and roughness. And sRGB color space for base color. Then I'm going to reduce the specular to something like this. As you can see, it's really small right now. So I'm going to increase the scale a little. So go to the scale option and change all the scale to something like 0.2, which is looking good. Go to layout mode. Select the plane. Go to edit mode using tab. As you can see, this is our path right now. Then control plus to increase the selection. I'm going to select it to here. So you can see it's selected up to here now. Then go to object data properties, which is this triangle icon. Then go to vertex groups. Click plus icon to create a new group. Then change this to path. Then assign. This will assign these vertices to the path, as you can see. Then go to shading tab and change this name. I'm going to change it to ground soil. Now go to layout mode. Now we need to apply a material to our water. So select the water material. Go to shading tab. Click this new icon and change this name to water. Then press enter. Now change this base color to a blue color like this. So you can see it's looking like this now. We need to add a wave texture. So shift plus A, texture, wave texture and place it here. Then select the wave texture, press Ctrl T in the keyboard. This will add a texture coordinate and a mapping node like this. Now we need to add a color ramp. So shift plus A, convert a color ramp and place it here and connect this color to the factor and color to base color. As you can see, it's like this now. Then go to here and change this to object. Now change this bands to rings and change this to Z. So you can see it's really small. So I'm going to decrease the scale to something like this. Go to camera view and make sure we can see the ones we're doing. Now we need to change the X, Y and Z location. So As you can see, it's complete circles right now. We don't want that. We need to make water waves. So increase the distortion to something like this. Make sure it's not too much. Then I'm going to change this black color to a gray color like this. Now we need to add a bump map so that this will be the output. So shift plus A, vector bump, and place it here. And connect this normal to the normal of this one. And connect the height to the color of the color ramp. As you can see, there we got a lot more bump right now. We don't need this much. I'm going to reduce this to here. We need to assign another water wave. So select these three, shift D to duplicate and place it here. Select the bump, shift D to duplicate, place it here. And move this to here and connect this bump to this bump output like this. Then connect this color to the height. So you can see it's like this now. Now control shift and left click on this color ramp. This will show that color ramp output. Then I'm going to change these rings to bands. Then increase the scale to here. Then increase the distortion to something like this. Detail. And make something like this. Now control shift and left click on this bump. As you can see, we got lot more bump. We don't need this much. So I'm going to change the strength to something like this. Now control shift and left click on the principal BSDF. Select this one, right click, shade smooth. We can adjust the strength after we add an HDRI. Now if you go to camera using number 0, we can see there is water waves in this pond. Then we need to make this into a water material. So in order to do that, increase the transmission to 1. Increase the transmission roughness to 0.05. Then decrease the roughness to 0.01. Then I'm going to decrease the specular to here. Change the icon to 1.33. Now it's looking like water material now. We can adjust this material after we add an HDRI at the end of our video. Select this one, go to layout mode, save the file, save, then save blend file. Now we need to hide this so that we can make rocks in our scene. So hide this both in the viewport by clicking this eye icon. Then shift plus S cursor to world origin. This will place a 3D cursor at the center of the scene. Shift plus A mesh cube. Go to solid mode. Select the cube. Go to modifier properties. Add modifier. Subdivision surface modifier. I'm going to increase this both to 2. Then apply the subdivision surface modifier. Select this one. Go to edit mode using tab. Go to vertex selection mode. Turn on proportion editing. Change this to select a box. Press period key to zoom into that one. Then make this into a rock shape by pressing G in the keyboard. You can see we made a rock like this. Go to object mode using tab, select this one, shift D to duplicate, Y to move along Y axis, shift D to duplicate again, Y to move along Y axis, select these both, go to edit mode for both of them and make this into a different kind of rock. Now we go to 3 different types of rocks. Go to object mode using tab, select this one. We need to add a modifier to this. So add modifier, displace modifier. Then change the strength to 0.5. Then click new and go to this show texture in texture tab icon. Then change this to clouds. So you can see it's like this now. Then you can adjust these values if you want. But before we do that, we need to add a modifier. So go to modifier properties. Add modifier, subdivision surface modifier, and change this modifier position to the top like this. As you can see, it's looking more good now. Then I'm going to increase this both to 1. Now it's looking like this. Go to this displace modifier and then this show texture and texture tab. Go to modifier properties, add modifier, subdivision surface modifier. As you can see, this will apply a modifier to like this. If you want, you can increase this to 2. I'm going to increase it to 2. Then select this, right click, shade smooth. Now we got a rock like this. Do the same to this one. Select this, add modifier, subdivision surface modifier. Change this both to 1. Add modifier, displace modifier. Change this to 0.5. Click new. Go to show texture in textures tab. Change this to clouds. Modifier properties, add modifier, subdivision surface modifier, increase this to 2. Select this, right click, shade smooth. Now we got a different rock. Select this one, add modifier, subdivision surface modifier, decrease it to 1. Add modifier, displace modifier, click new, show texture in texture tab, change this to clouds. Modifier properties, add modifier, subdivision surface modifier, increase it to 2. Select this, right click, shade smooth. Now we got 3 different types of rocks in our scene. Now we need to apply a rock texture to them. So select this, go to shading tab, press period key to zoom into that one. Click new, change this name to rock. Now we need to download a rock texture. So go to textures.com, type in rock. So you can see we'll get something like this. So scroll down. I like this one. So I'm gonna download this one first. Then select this albedo. Then download the normal map. Then download the roughness map. Then close this window. I'm gonna download one more rock texture. I'm gonna download this one. You can see the name here. Then download this albedo. Then the normal map. Then the roughness map. Now close this window, then close this. Select the principal BSDF, Ctrl Shift and T in the keyboard. Then select the rock textures we just downloaded. Select this one first, then principal texture setup. Press period key to zoom into that one. Then go to here and change this to object. Then change this to box. Change this to box. And change this to box. There is a little stretching here and there. We can get rid of that by increasing this blend a little. Then I'm going to reduce the specular to something like this. As you can see, it's really big. So I'm gonna decrease this to 0.8. Now select this one, click new, change this to rock 2. Then press home key to zoom into the principal BSDF. Select the principal BSDF, Ctrl Shift and T in the keyboard. Change this to the second rock texture we downloaded. And select these 3 principal texture setup. Then change this to object. Change this to box. Then I'm going to increase the blend a little. Then reduce the specular to something like this. Now I'm going to decrease the value to something like 0.65. Then go to layout mode. Go to material preview mode. Now we apply 2 rock textures to this one. Select this one, shift select this one last. Then Ctrl plus L in the keyboard, link materials. This will link the rock material to this one. Now we got 3 different kinds of rocks in our scene. So you can see there is stretching here and there. We can get rid of that by applying the modifiers if you want. We're going to modify properties. Select this one. Then apply the modifier. Then apply this modifier, then apply this modifier. Now as you can see, there is no more stretching here in this rock. I'm going to do the same to this one. Apply this modifier, apply this one and apply this one. As you can see, we got 3 different kinds of rocks in our scene now. Now we need to move this to a new collection. Select this 3, press M in the keyboard, new collection, change the name to rocks, then press enter, then click OK. Now we have rocks in our scene, and hide this in the viewport by clicking this eye icon in the outliner. Now we need to make bushes so that we can place them in our scene. So go to textures.com and type in plants. I'm gonna download this one, this alpha image. Then select this one. Then download this alpha image. Then I'm going to download this one. Like this one. Then download this one. Then 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 I'm going to download this one too. Make sure you download this alpha image like this. Then close this window. Now we need to enable an add-on. So go to edit, preferences, go to add-ons and type in image and make sure this import images as planes is enabled. Then close this window. Then shift plus A images as planes. Then go to the folder we downloaded those textures. As you can see, we got all of this. I downloaded a total of 11 textures as you can see. So select all of them. Then import images as planes. As you can see, this will import all of them. Now select all of this. Press M in the keyboard. New collection. Change this to bushes. Then click OK. Now press spirit key to zoom into that one. As you can see, the origin for all of them is at the center like this. We don't want that. So go to front view using numpad 1. Go to edit mode for all of them by selecting them all and pressing tab in the keyboard. Select all using a key, G to move, Z to move. Right click to cancel. Make sure the proportion editing is turned off. G to move, Z to move and place this here. So you can see it's like this. Make sure the origin is at the center of all of this. Select this, G to move, X to move and place the origin at the center of each plant like this. Now that we place the origin at the bottom center of each plant, go to object mode using tab, select all of them, change this pivot point to individual origins. Shift D to duplicate, right click to cancel, R to rotate, Z to rotate, 90 degree, enter. This will duplicate them and rotate them 90 degree like this, which is good. Now select all of this. Shift D again, right click to cancel, go to top view using numpad 7, R to rotate, Z to rotate and 45, then press enter. This will rotate them 45 degree like this. Now we need to join each of them. So go to front view, go to X-ray mode, select this, make sure that's the only one selected. And make sure there is an active object by selecting the center one, this. Then Ctrl plus J in the keyboard. This will join that to one object. Then select this one, shift to select this to make the active object, Ctrl plus J to join. And do the same for all the other ones. Make sure there is an active object before pressing Ctrl plus J in the keyboard. Now we got a total of 11 plants like this as you can see. Now we need to move this to new collection, press M in the keyboard, change this to bushes. If we go to the bushes collection, as you can see, we got plants like this. Now we can distribute this in our final scene using the hair particle system. So we need to hide this first in the viewport. So go to the bushes collection and hide this in the viewport. Now we need to add trees in our scene. So go to edit preferences and type in trees and make sure the add curve sapling tree generation add-on is enabled. Then close this window. Go to front view using numpad 1, shift plus A, curve sapling tree generation. As you can see, we get a curve like this. Then go to solid mode, turn off X-ray mode, go to this menu. Change this to geometry. I'm gonna add a pine tree first. So go to this load preset and change this to small pine. As you can see, it's like this. Then I'm going to reduce this bevel resolution to 0 and the curve resolution to 1. Since we are not going to make this tree into a mesh, we only need curve resolution 1 and bevel resolution 0. Then I'm going to change the custom shape to flame like this, as you can see. Then I'm going to increase the branch rings number to 12. Now we will get something like this. Then go to the branch radius and change the minimum radius to 0.003. Then go to branch splitting. I'm going to change this level to 3. Then I'm going to change the trunk height to 0.1. Then increase this number to 45. Then change this number to 10. We got lot more branches like this, as you can see. Then I'm going to change the split angle to something like this. If you go here, as you can see, this is a split angle like this. Then go to branch growth, go to front view using numbered 1 so that we can see the tree clearly. Then go to pruning, then on pruning, then change the pruning width to 0.36, change the pruning base to 0.1, then change the pruning width peak to 0.36. You can see the exact values here if you want the same one. Then go to leaves. I'm going to change this to 150. Turn on show leaves. I'm going to change this to 0.35. So I want my leaves to look really big so that I don't need to increase the leaf number. If you increase the leaf number a lot, it will increase the poly count. Now it's looking like this. Now we get a pine tree like this. If you want, you can add armature here, but I'm not going to do that though. If you want to add animation to your tree, you can turn on this use animation. If you want to make your tree into a mesh, you can tick this make mesh option. Then if you want animation, you can turn on the armature, then turn on the armature animation and leaf animation. And the animation speed, you can change it here. But I'm not going to add animation to my tree. So go to pruning and make sure this is the value. Minimize this. Select the pruning handle. We don't need that anymore. Delete that. Now select the leaf. Shift select this bark, then Ctrl plus P in the keyboard, select object, keep transform. This will parent the leaves to the tree. So if I select this one and press G to move, as you can see, the leaves will move with the tree. Right click to cancel. Now we need to move this into a new collection. So select this, press M in the keyboard, new collection, change the name to trees. Then click OK. This will move that into a tree collection like this. Then hide this collection. Now we need to add a new tree. Shift plus A, curve, sapling tree generation. Go to here, change this to geometry, and I'm gonna add another pine tree, small pine. Go to front view using numbered 1. Then change this custom shape to conical. As you can see, it will make a tree like this. I'm gonna reduce the bevel resolution to 0 and curve resolution to 1. Since I don't want that many vertices, we're not going to make a mesh from this tree, so you can reduce this to 0 and 1. Then increase the branch rings to 12. Then go to branch radius, change the minimum radius to 0.003. Then go to branch splitting, gonna increase the level to 3. Then change the trunk height to 0.1. Then change the branches to 45. Then increase this number to 12. Now that's more than enough. Then I'm going to change this angles a little. Then go to branch growth and change these values according to your preferences. Then I'm going to increase these values so my tree is looking downwards like this. If you want, you can use these values or you can customize your tree your own way. Then go to pruning, turn on pruning, gonna change the prune width to 3.8. Prune base to 0.1. That's the same height as our trunk height. Then change this prune width peak to 0. So I want our tree to be a conical one like this. Then change this height to here so that it will be a perfect triangle like this. 0.9. We don't need to change this value since there is no distance here. You can use these values if you want. Then go to leaves. Change the leaf number to 150. Change the scale to 0.37. Then turn on show leaves. As you can see, this will turn on the leaves to our tree like this. You can change this to 160. If you want, you can add armature and animation, but I'm not going to do that. Minimize this. Select the pruning handle. Delete it using delete key. Now select the leaf, then shift select the trunk, Control plus P in the keyboard, object keep transform. Now if I select this, press G to move, the leaves will move with the tree like this. Right click to cancel. Now we need to move this to the tree collection. So select this, press M in the keyboard, select the trees collection. This will add it to the tree collection. If I turn on this in the viewport, you can see our trees like this. Then turn it off in the viewport. Now we're going to add another tree so that we can make a cherry tree. So shift plus A, curve, sapling tree generation. Go to front view using numbered 1. Go to this menu, change this to geometry. Then I'm going to change this to cylindrical. Then I'm going to change this bevel resolution to 2 like this. Then curve resolution to 3. Can increase the curve resolution to 3 and bevel resolution to 2. Then go to branch radius, change the minimum radius to 0.003. Then change this ratio 0.017. Then I'm going to increase this root flare to flare the root like this here. Now it's looking like this. Then go to branch splitting levels. If you want, you can increase this, but I'm going to leave it as 2 though. Since we are going to add branches to this one and leaves on that one, we only need 2 level. Trunk height, I'm going to change this to 0.35. Then I'm going to increase this number to 60, maybe 50. Then I'm going to change this angle. Then go to branch growth. I'm not going to prune this tree. If you want, you can prune this though. And I'm not going to add leaves to this tree either. Then minimize this, select this one, press M in the keyboard, select the trees collection. This will move to the tree collection like this, as you can see. Now we're going to add another tree. So shift plus A, curve, sapling tree generation. Go to front view using numbered 1. Then go to here, change this to geometry. I'm going to change this shape to cylindrical like this. Then I'm going to change the scale to 7. So I want my tree to be really big than the rest of them. Then I'm going to increase this resolution to 2 and reduce this to 3. As you can see, if you go to the bottom like this and increase this bevel resolution, this will increase the resolution of this one. As you can see, I'm going to reduce this to 2 and curve resolution to 3. Go to front view, then go to branch radius 0.017. As you can see, this is the same as the last tree. So go to geometry and change the random seed to, I'm going to change this to 12 random seed. Then go to branch radius. Then go to branch splitting, change this level. I'm going to change this to 3. So you can see there is a lot more branches here. I'm going to change the trunk height to 0.4. Then go to branch growth. Then go to pruning, turn on pruning. As you can see, if you turn on pruning for this tree, it will look like this. So I'm going to increase this pruning width to maximum, which is 1. Prune base to 0.1. as I want no more branches here at the bottom. Since you're going to place it on the ground, the branches will touch the ground. I don't want that. So 0.15. So it will cut off the branches at the 0.15 like this. Going to increase the prune width to 4. Since I don't want to prune the tree at the top, I only want to prune this tree at the bottom. So I'm going to change this to 5. You don't need to change this prune power. If you want, you can change this, but that's not going to make any difference. If you want, you can add a curve like this to your tree, but I'm not going to do that though. If you want, you can add leaves, but I'm going to add leaves to this tree using the hair particle system. If you want, you can add armature and animation to your tree, but I'm not going to do that either. Then minimize this window, select the pruning handle. We don't need that anymore, so delete using delete key. Select this tree, press M in the keyboard, select the trees collection. This will move to the tree collection, as you can see if we turn this on. Now save the file, save. Now we need to download textures and references to make our branches. So we need to go to textures.com and type in tree. I like this tree branch, so select this. If you want the exact same one I am using, you can see the name here. We can use this image as a reference, so download this 4K render. Then scroll down and download this albedo, then the normal map, then the roughness map, then the translucency map. So we download the albedo, normal, roughness and the translucency of this branch. Now close this. We need to download a cherry tree branch. I like this one. If you want the exact same one I'm using, you can see the name here. Then download this 4K render. Then close this. We're going to download this cherry leaves texture though. You can see the name here if you want the exact same one I'm using. As you can see, there is lot more cherry leaves here. Then download this 4K render. Then scroll down and download this albedo. Then the normal map. Then the roughness map. Then the translucency map. So we download the translucency, albedo, normal, roughness and this 4K render. Then close this window. Now we need to add those reference images here. So shift plus A, image, reference, then select the 4K render we downloaded. This one, you can see the name here. Then load a reference image. As you can see, this will add it to here. Then select this, press N in the keyboard, go to item and make sure the rotation for all of them is 0. Now it will look like this. Press N to hide this menu. Go to top view using number 7. Now we need to model these leaves. So in order to do that, we need to add a plane. So shift plus A, mesh plane. Select the plane. Go to edit mode using tab. Go to top view using number 7. Go to X-ray mode. Yes to scale. Scale it to here. Select these vertices. Shift select these vertices. 3 of them. Press X in the keyboard. Select the vertices. Then select this only vertex. G to move and move it to here. Then select that vertex. Control right click here to extrude that vertex to here. You can use control right click to extrude the vertex to make your leaf like this. And extrude the vertex like this to make the leaf. Select this. G to move it to here. G to move it to here. Then select these both. E to extrude. S to scale. E to extrude. Make sure it's inside the branch like this. Now select this vertex alone. Shift D to duplicate and place it here. Now model this leaf like we did before by pressing Ctrl right click to extrude the vertex. Now we model 2 leaves. Now we need to model the rest of them. Select this. Shift D to duplicate. Place it here. Now that we modeled one of these ones, we need to model this one. So shift right click to place the 3D cursor here, then shift plus A cylinder, then go to this menu and change this to 5. Then minimize this, R to rotate, Y to rotate, 90-degree, enter. Then S to scale and scale it to something like this. Select this ones, G to move, S to scale a little, then E to extrude. Now we need to model these leaf. So we need to select one of these vertices. So select this one, shift D to duplicate and move it to here. We need to model this stem. Shift right click here to place the 3D cursor here. Then shift plus A cylinder. Then go to here. Make sure this vertices is 5. Then R to rotate, Y to rotate, 90-degree, enter. Then S to scale and scale it to here. Then go to object mode using tab. Now we need to move this to new collection. Select this reference image, press M in the keyboard, new collection reference. Then click OK. Then go to this outliner and click this eye icon to hide it in the viewport. As you can see, we go to make a extrusion here. So hide this, select this one, go to edit mode using tab, come out of X-ray mode, select these two, E to extrude and move it to here. Make sure we are in top view using number 7. As you can see, we need to fill these to make our leaf. So select this, press L in the keyboard. This will select everything linked to it. Then press F in the keyboard to fill. Do the same for this. Press L in the keyboard, press F to fill. Select this, press L in the keyboard, press F to fill. And do the same for this one. Now we got something like this. Go to X-ray mode. Select these ones. Press P in the keyboard, select selection. Now if we go to object mode using tab, as you can see, these are all two separate objects now. Now come out of X-ray mode, select this one, go to edit mode, select all using a key, go to top view. We need to move this to here so that this will be the origin. So G to move and place the origin to here. Now we need to do the same for this one. So go to object mode using tab, select this, G to move this to here, select this, go to edit mode using tab, select all using a key, G to move and place the origin at the center like this, then go to object mode. Now we got two branches like this, select this, G to move, Y to move it to here. Now we need to select both of them, press M in the keyboard, new collection, aspen branch. Then click OK. This will move to that collection. Now we need to make our cherry branch. Before we do that, we need to UV unwrap this. So select this one, go to UV editing workspace, select all using a key, press period key to zoom into that one, go to top view using number 7. As you can see, this is the UV right now. Select all using a key, go to top view and make sure this is in top view. Then press U in the keyboard, select project from view. As you can see, this will UV unwrap our leaf like this, which will be easier for us to place the UV. Now place the mouse cursor here, press tab in the keyboard to go to object mode, select this one, go to edit mode using tab, select all using a key, make sure we are in top view using number 7, press U in the keyboard, select project from view. As you can see, this will UV unwrap it like this. Then go to layout mode. As you can see, it's currently flat right now. So we need to rotate this a little. So select this both, Go to edit mode for both of them. Select this one, press L in the keyboard, shift right click to place the mouse cursor here. Then change this to 3D cursor, auto rotate. So you can see this will rotate it like this. Now shift right click here, press L in the keyboard to select a link, that one, auto rotate. Now select this, turn on proportion editing, G to move, and make our leaf not uniform like this. So you can see we get non-uniform like this. Now we need to do the same here. We UV unwrap this before because it will be difficult to UV unwrap this after we move this. Now we got two different branches. Go to object mode using tab. Now we got a non-uniform branches like this. Then hide this in the viewport. Now we need to add the cherry branch so that we can model that. So shift plus S, cursor to world origin. This will place the 3D cursor here. Shift plus A, image reference. Then select the cherry branch we downloaded, which is this one. Then load reference image. Now select this one, press N in the keyboard, go to item, change this rotation, all of them to 0. Then press N to hide that window. Now we need to model this cherry branch. Go to top view using number 7, shift plus A, mesh plane. Go to edit mode for the plane, S to scale, and scale it to something like this. Go to X-ray mode, select these vertices, shift to select this one, press X in the keyboard, select vertices, then select this vertex. I'm gonna model this one, so G to move and move it to here. Control right click to extrude the vertex and select this both, E to extrude and extrude it to here. Now select this vertex. I'm gonna model this leaf. Shift D to duplicate, place it here. Control right click to extrude the vertex. Since we are not going to use this as our UV, we don't need to worry about that. We need to make this stem, so shift right click here, place a 3D cursor here, shift plus A, cylinder, go to this menu, change this to 5, art rotate, Y to rotate, 90°, enter, S to scale, change this to median point, make sure these are all inside this one, so select this, G to move, select this vertex, shift D to duplicate, gonna model this now. Now that we made two of them, I'm gonna model this one. So select one vertex, shift D to duplicate and place it here. Now we need to make this stem, so shift right click here to place the 3D cursor, shift plus A, cylinder, R to rotate, X to rotate, 90°, enter, S to scale. As you can see, now we got something like this. Now we need to model our cherries. Since we are not going for a close-up scene, we can model this too and place it in this here. So shift right click here, shift plus A, UV sphere. Then go to this menu. I'm gonna change this to 6 and change this to 6. So you can see it's looking like this. Go to top using number 7, S to scale and scale it to something like this. Art rotate, X to rotate, 90°, enter. To scale among Y axis and make something like this. Now we got something like this. Then shift D to duplicate, place it here. Shift D again. Shift right click here. Shift plus A, cylinder. S to scale to here. R to rotate, X to rotate, 90-degree, enter. G to move. Now select this one. E to extrude. Select this. Press L in the keyboard. Shift D to duplicate. Place it here. R to rotate. We need to add a cylinder here again. Shift plus A, cylinder. Now we need to do the same here. Now we got our cherries like this, as you can see. Now we need to duplicate this and place it here and there. So go to object mode using tab, select this, press H in the keyboard to hide this. Come out of X-ray mode, select this one, go to edit mode using tab, select this, press L in the keyboard, press EF to fill, and do the same for all of this. Press L, press F to fill. Go to object mode using tab, Alt plus H to unhide everything. We need to add a cylinder here. We can duplicate this one and place it here. So select this, go to edit mode using tab, select this, press L in the keyboard to select linked, shift D to duplicate and place it here. Now select this one. We need to make this into a single object, so we need to hide this one first. So go to object mode again, select this, press H to hide, come out of X-ray mode, select this, go to edit mode using tab, go to X-ray mode, select this one, press P in the keyboard, select selection. Now if you go to object mode, as you can see, this is a single object. Select this again, go to edit mode, shift to select all of this. Then press P in the keyboard, select a selection. Now go to object mode using tab, come out of X-ray mode, then unhide the empty, just this plane, select this, go to top using numbered 7. You need to duplicate this and place this properly, select this, G to move and place it here. As you can see, the origin of this one is here. So select this, go to edit mode using tab, select all using a key, G to move and move this to here. Then go to object mode using tab, G to move, place it here, R to rotate, select this, go to edit mode using tab, select all using a key, G to move and move this to the origin here. Then go to object mode using tab, we need to place this here, so G to move, R to rotate, we need to make these into single objects so that we can align them properly. So we need to move this to the reference collection. Select this, press M in the keyboard, select the reference collection. As you can see, this will move to the reference collection. If you unhide this, you can see it properly. Now select this one, go to edit mode using tab. We need to make these into single objects now. So go to X-ray mode, select these ones, shift to select these ones. Make sure everything is selected. Then press P in the keyboard, selection. Go to object mode, select this one. Go to edit mode using tab. Select all of this. Press P in the keyboard, selection. Then go to object mode. As you can see, these are all single objects now. Now select this one. Come out of X-ray mode. Go to UV editing workspace. Go to top view using numbered 7. Select all using a key, then press U, project from view. As you can see, this will unwrap it like this. Then go to object mode using tab, select this, go to edit mode using tab, select all using a key, press U in the keyboard, project from view. As you can see, this will unwrap it like this. Go to object mode again, select this, go to edit mode using tab, select all using a key, press U in the keyboard, project from view. This will unwrap it like this, as you can see. Then go to to layout workspace. Now that we UV unwrapped it properly, we can make this into non-uniform objects. As you can see, currently it's really flat. So select this one, shift to select these three. Go to edit mode using tab. Go to face selection mode. Select this one. Shift to right click to place a 3D cursor here. Make sure the pivot point is 3D cursor. Then Alt rotate. Now go to vertex selection mode, turn on proportion editing and make our leaf non-uniform like we did before. Make sure the pivot point is median point now. Then G to move. Then go to object mode using tab. Now we need to rotate our cherries properly. Shift right click here. Change this to 3D cursor. Select this. Alt rotate. As you can see, we rotated them properly. Now we need to join these into single objects. So select these ones, then shift to select this one, then Control plus J in the keyboard. This will join that into a single object, as you can see. Now select this one, shift to select this one last, then Control plus J in the keyboard to join. Now select these ones, shift to select this one last, Control plus J to join. Now we need to make the origin of everything to the tip of these vertices. So select this, go to edit mode using tab, go to top using number 7, select all using a key, G to move and place this here. Go to side view using number 3 and make sure the origin is at the center. G to move, Z to move and place this properly. Now go to object mode. As you can see, the origin is at the tip here. Select this one. Go to edit mode using tab. Select all using a key. G to move, place it here. Make sure proportion editing is turned off. Go to object mode. G to move, X to move and place this here so that the origin is here. Go to edit mode again, select all using a key, G to move and place this here. So you can see it's above the ground. G to move, Z to move. Go to side view using number 3, G to move, Z to move and place this properly like this. Now go to object mode using tab, select this, press period key to zoom into that one. As you can see, the origin is here. G to move, X to move and place it here. Go to edit mode using tab, select all using a key, go to top using number 7, G to move. Go to side view using number 3, G to move, Z to move and place this properly. Control plus 3 to go to back view and place this properly. Now it's looking good. Go to object mode using tab. Now we got 3 branches like this. Select this both, go to top view, G to move, Z to move, X to move and place this here. So select these 3, press M in the keyboard, new collection, cherry branches. Then click OK. This will move this to the cherry branches collection like this. Then save the file, save. Then hide this in the viewport. Now we're going to add branches to our trees. Shift plus S, cursor to world origin. This will place 3D cursor here. Then go to here and turn on the trees collection. So you can see it's looking like this. Then maximize this collection and select the last tree, which is this one. G to move, Y to move. I'm gonna move it to here. Select this one. G to move, Y to move. Place it here. Then select this tree. Since these got leaves to it now, G to move, Y to move. I'm gonna place it here. Select this one, G to move and place it here. Since we parented the leaves to the tree, we can move the trees easily. Now we're going to apply the cherry branches to this one and aspen branches to this one. I'm gonna apply the aspen branches first. So select this, go to local view using /. Since this is a curve now, as you can see, if you go to edit mode using tab, as you can see, this is made out of curves right now. We need to make this into a mesh. So go to object mode using tab, select this one, right click, convert to mesh. Now if you go to edit mode using tab, As you can see, this is a mesh right now. Then go to object mode using tab. Now we need to apply the branches to this one. So in order to do that, we need to add a hair particle system to this one. So select this, maximize this one, go to particle properties, then click this plus icon and change this particle name to aspen branches. Then change this to hair. As you can see, we got hair right now. Then turn on advanced. Go to the render and change this to collection and change the collection name to aspen branch. As you can see, we got branches right now. Then go to turn on rotation, then change this orientation axis to normal. As you can see, this will rotate it to like this. Then go to source and change this to vertices. If you want, you can change this to volume or faces, but I'm going to change this to vertices though. So you can see it's looking like this. Then minimize this one, then randomize this rotation to something like this. I'm going to change this to 0.3, then increase this face to something like this. As you can see, our branches are really small right now. So then go to here and increase the branch scale. I'm going to change this to 0.09. Then change this scale randomization to 0.35. As you can see, we got branches here. We don't need that. So select this, go to weight pane mode, go to the particle properties and turn this off in the viewport by clicking this TV icon. Go to front view using numbered 1, go to gradient, and I'm going to click to here to here. We go to side view using number 3. As you can see, it's looking good. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time to weight paint this one by one. Then change this to brush and change this to subtract. Then subtract this main branch from the weight painting like this. You don't need any branches in here. Then go to object data properties and change this group name to aspen branches. Then go to object mode, go to particle properties and turn this on in the viewport and go to vertex groups and change the density to aspen branch. As you can see, there is no branches in here right now. I'm going to decrease this to here. You can customize your own tree according to your preferences. Then I'm going to test this to a 3000. As you can see, we got a lot more leaves right now. I'm going to turn this off in the viewport though. Come out of local view using /. Now we need to apply the branches to this one. So select this, go to local view using /. Select this, go to particle properties. As you can see, there is no particle properties. This is because this is a curve right now. We can go to edit mode. As you can see, this is a curve. Go to object mode, select this, right click, convert it to mesh. Now we go to particle properties here. Select this, go to edit mode. As you can see, this is a mesh right now. Go to object mode again. Go to particle properties, click this plus icon, change the name to cherry branch. Then change this to hair, turn on advanced. Go to render and change this to collection. And change the collection name to cherry branches. As you can see, this will apply the cherry branches to this one like this. Then go to the source at the top, change this to vertices, then turn on rotation and change this to normal and increase the randomization to 0.35. Then increase the face to something like this. Then change the scale. As you can see, it's a little small, so I'm going to increase the scale 0.052. Now it's looking good. Then change the scale randomization to 0.3. As you can see, there is branches here right now. We don't need that. So we need to weight paint this properly. Select this, go to weight paint mode. Turn off the hair particle system in the viewport. Then go to front view using numbered 1. Go to gradient and click and drag here. As you can see, nothing is happening. We need to change the brush type to add. So go to brush and change this to add. Then go to gradient. As you can see, it's weight painted properly. Now we need to remove the weight paint from here. Go to front view again using numbered 1. Go to brush, change this to subtract and subtract the weight paint from these ones here. Then go to object data properties, change the group name to cherry branches. Then go to object mode, select this, go to particle system, turn it on in the viewport. Go to vertex groups, change the density to cherry branch. As you can see, it's now aligned properly. Then I'm going to increase this number to 3000. So you can see we got a lot more leaves right now. Select this, go to viewport display. Then I'm going to change this amount to 10%, maybe 5%. As you can see, this will only show 5% of our leaves in the viewport. That way our viewport will not slow down. Then come out of local view using /, select this one, turn the particle system on in the viewport. Then scroll down, go to viewport display and change the amount to 5%. That way our viewport will not slow down because of the number of leaves we added. Now we got 4 different types of trees in our scene and we assigned a particle system and leaves to the trees. Now we need to assign these trees to the proper places. So in order to do that, we need to unhide the terrain. So go to this menu and turn on the ground and water collection. Go to camera view using number 0. This is the place we can see our trees. So we need to place the trees inside these areas. Make sure we selected the bark, not the leaves. So we need to scale the trees properly. Select this one, change this to median point. Yes to scale. Shift D to duplicate. Shift Z to not move along Z axis. Our scene is looking like this, which is looking good. Then say the file save. Now that we added trees to our scene, now we need to add bushes to our scene. So in order to do that, we need to enable the bushes in our scene. So go to the bushes collection and turn this on in the viewport. Select this, right click, select objects, then change this to individual origins, S to scale. Then Control plus A, rotation and scale. This will apply the rotation and scale to this one. Now we need to move this to here. G to move, X to move. I'm gonna move this to here. Turn on the aspen branch and the cherry branches. Select this, right click, select objects, G to move, X to move. I'm gonna move this to here. Do the same for the cherry branches. Right click, select objects, G to move, X to move, and place this here. Move it out of the camera view like this. This is the particle system collection. That's why I moved it there. Now we need to add the bushes to a hair particle system. So select this plane, go to particle properties. Then click this plus icon, change this to bushes, change this to hair. I'm going to change this number to 100. Go to render and change this to collection and select the collection name to bushes. As you can see, it's like this. Now we need to correct the rotation. So go to here and turn on advanced and turn on rotation and change this to global Y. Now randomize the rotation a little, 0.06. As you can see, it's really small right now. So I'm going to increase the scale 0.2. Then increase the scale randomization to 0.2. As you can see, we got bushes everywhere. We don't need that. We need bushes only in here, and we don't need bushes inside the pond or the walking path. So we're going to weight paint the bushes properly now. Then change this amount to 10% since our viewport will not slow down that way. Then select the plane, go to weight paint mode. As you can see, there is a path collection here. Then go to object data properties, click this plus icon and change this group name to bushes. Now we need to weight paint it properly. So go to here and change this brush type to add and select the bushes vertex group. Go to local view using /, go to camera view using number 0. Since we're gonna add grass to our scene, we're going to use this same weight paint layer for the grass too. Come out of local view using / and change this to subtract. Then I'm going to increase the radius to something like this. Now I'm going to change this bushes name to bushes and grass. Since we only need one vertex group like this, then go to object mode, then select the plane, go to particle properties. Then I'm going to the vertex groups and change the density to bushes and grass. This will only add bushes to here. You can see the bushes by going to here. Viewport display, I'm going to change it to 100%. Now we got a lot more bushes here and there. I'm gonna increase this number to 500. Now we got a lot more bushes here and there. Gonna increase this number to 100. Now we need to add grass to our scene. Before we do that, we need to change the viewport display to 10%. I'm going to change this to 10%. Now we need to add grass to our scene. We made the grass in our previous video. I'm going to append that grass module to this one. If you want to know how to make grass, you can check out that video here. I've provided a link in the video description. Then go to File, Append. Then go to the file in which we made the grass module. Then select the collection. We made the grass in our grass clump collection. Not the grass original, grass clump. Select this one, append. As you can see, this will move to here. Press period key to zoom into that one. We got our grass collection like this, as you can see. Now go to here, select this one. Press period key to zoom into that one. This grass clump collection is added to the bushes collection. We don't need that. So select this collection and move this to the main collection, which is this one. As you can see, now it's looking good. Minimize this. I'm gonna delete this collection though. Now we got a grass clump collection like this. Now I'm gonna move this to here. G to move, X to move. Move this to the camera out of view like this. Make sure it's not in the camera view. Then select the plane. We need to add a particle system for grass. So go to particle properties, click this plus icon, change this name to grass. First one we made to bushes, second one we made to grass. Select the grass one, change this to hair. Go to viewport display, change this to 10% so that our viewport will not slow down. Go to render, change this to collection and change the collection name to grass clump. As you can see, this is really small right now. We need to increase the scale. Then turn on advanced, turn on rotation and change this to global Y. Gonna randomize to 0.1, increase the phase to 0.05. Now I'm going to increase the scale to 1.1. As you can see, it's really big. We don't need that much. So 0.5. Now it's properly aligned. Then go to the vertex group, change this to bushes and grass. As you can see, this will add this to the bushes and grass collection like this. This is too much rotation. We don't need that much. That's looking good. Scale randomization, I'm going to change it to 0.2. Change the scale to 0.54. Save the file, save. If we increase this viewport display number to 100%, you can see the grass in our scene like this. As you can see, we got grass inside the pond. Go to camera view, change this to 10%. Now if you go to material preview mode, you can see our water and grass got materials to it and the ground got material too. We applied the material to the grass in our previous video. Now we need to apply the material to our trees. So in order to do that, go to shading tab. We need to download a bark texture so that we can apply it to our trees. So go to textures.com, then type in bark. We got a pine tree bark here, so select this one. Then I'm going to download this albedo, normal map and the roughness map. Download the albedo, then the normal map, then the roughness map. Then close this window. I'm going to download this beech bark. Then select this albedo, then the normal map, then the roughness map. Then close this window. Now we're going to apply the bark material to this one. I'm going to select the pine tree first. So select the pine bark, select this one, click new, change this name to pine bark. Then select the principal BSDF, Control Shift and T in the keyboard. Then select the pine bark material we just downloaded. This one, select these three, principal texture setup. So you can see this will set it to like this. Then change this to object, change this to box, and this to box like this. Then reduce the specular to something like this. Now if we press spirit key to zoom into that one, so you can see it's small right now. We need to increase the scale a little. So increase the scale to 1.6. Now it's looking like this, which is good. Now we need to apply the material to this one. So select this one, click new, change this to bark 2. Then select the principal BSDF, Control Shift and T in the keyboard. Select the second bark texture we downloaded, which is this one. Select this, principal texture setup. Now it's looking like this. Change this to object. Change this to box. Then I'm going to reduce the specular to something like this. So you can see scale is really small. I'm going to increase the scale to something like this. If you want, you can increase the blend a little to get rid of any seams if there are any. Now that we applied the material to the bark, we're going to copy the material to the rest of them. So go to layout mode, select these ones. Shift to select this one, shift to select this one last. These are our cherry trees. Control plus L in the keyboard, link materials. This will link the material to that one, as you can see. Now we need to apply the material to the pine trees. So select the pine bark material. Now that we selected this, shift to select this one last. Then Control plus L in the keyboard, link materials. This will link the material to that once. Select this one, shift to select this one, shift to select this one, and shift to select this one last. Then Control plus L, link materials. As you can see, this will link the material to that one. Then go to camera view, using number 0. select this, shift select these three, going to apply the pine bark material to that one, select this one last, Control plus L, link materials. Now it's looking good. Go to camera view. Now we need to apply the material to the pine leaves. Select this one, go to shading tab, click new, change the material name to pine leaf. Since we are going to apply dark green material to this one, change this to a dark green like this. Reduce the specular to something like this. Decrease the roughness to something like this. Now we need to apply the same material to the rest of the pine leaves. So go to layout mode. Since there is a lot more space, select this one, shift to select this one, shift to select these leaves. Make sure the leaves are the ones selected, not the bark. Then shift to select this one last. Control plus L, link materials. As you can see, this will link the material to the rest of the pine trees. Now we're going to apply the material to our aspen tree first. So go to here and select the aspen branch collection, right click, select objects, go to local view using /, go to shading tab, go to the aspen branch collection, right click, select objects, press period key to zoom into that one, go to local view using /. Now we need to apply a material to this one. We downloaded the textures for that previously. Now select this one, click new, change the material name to aspen branch. Select the principal BSDF, Control Shift T in the keyboard. Then select the texture we downloaded, which is this one. Then Control select the normal and the roughness, principal texture setup. So you can see this will set up the texture like this. Make sure this is the UV. I'm going to reduce the specular to something like this. Now we need to align the UV properly. So go to UV editing workspace, go to local view using /, select all using a key. As you can see the UV here. So maximize this window. We need to place the UVs properly. Select all using a key. G to move. I'm gonna move this to here. Since we modeled it exactly like this, we don't need to worry about that. Now minimize this. If we go to material preview mode, we can see the leaf texture like this. Then go to shading tab. Now our leaf, go to texture to it now, and the branch, go texture to it too. Now we need to add a translucency to this one. So in order to do that, we need to add a translucent BSDF. So shift plus A, shader, translucent BSDF, and place this here. Select this one, shift D to duplicate, place this here. Click this open icon and change this to the translucency of that leaf, then open image. Now connect the vector to vector. Make sure this is a sRGB. Connect the color to the color of this translucent BSDF. Now we need to add a mix shader. Shift plus A, shader, mix shader, place this here. And connect the translucent BSDF to the top and this to the bottom. Now we go to translucency to our leaf. Now select this one, go to here and change this to aspen branch. Now we need to assign the UVs properly for that one. Select this, go to UV editing workspace. As you can see, this is in the local view for this one. Press / to come out of the local view. Go to local view using / again for this one. Select all using a key. As you can see, it's not aligned properly. You need to scale this a little. Select all using a key. S to scale. Now go to shading tab. Press period key to zoom into that one. As you can see, we got texture to this leaf now. Save the file, save. Go to layout mode. Come out of local view using /. Now we got texture to our aspen tree like this. We're going to add an HDRI in the background. So go to shading tab, go to here and change this object to world. Then press home key in the keyboard to zoom into the node here. Select the background, then select Ctrl T in the keyboard. This will add a texture coordinate mapping and an environmental texture. You can download free HDRIs from Polyhaven. Then click this open icon. I downloaded these HDRIs from Polyhaven. If you want the exact same one I am using, you can see the name here. I have also provided a link in the video description. I downloaded this 8K HDRI from Polyhaven, then open image. Then go to rendered mode. As you can see, we can see our HDRI in the background like this. Then come out of local view using /, go to camera view using number 0. We need to assign this HDRI in an appropriate manner. As you can see, the light is coming from there. Go to camera view, go to here. I'm going to change this Z rotation 125. I'm going to change this to 125. You can see the clouds in the background. That's an appropriate position. As you can see, we can see the clouds in the sky. If you want, you can play with these values and make your own scene. I'm going to change this strength to 1.2. Then save the file, save. If you need to see the realistic view, you can go to render properties, this camera icon, then change this to cycles. If you have a graphics card, you can change this to GPU compute. As you can see the realistic view like this. I'm going to change this back to EV for now. We will render our final scene using the cycles render engine, but I'm going to change this back to EV for now. As using cycles will slow down my PC, then change this to layout mode. As you can see our plane is shade flat right now. Go to solid mode, select this, right click, shade smooth. Now we need to add a displacement to this one. So go to here. Go to modifier properties, minimize this one, add modifier, displace modifier, then minimize this and change the position of this displace modifier to the top of the modifiers. Make sure the displace modifier is at the top and that particle system is at the bottom. Then maximize this, change this strength to 0.5, then click new, then go to the show textures in textures tab, change this to clouds. As you can see, it's looking like this. I'm gonna select this, right click, shade flat so that I can see it clearly. Then I'm going to increase the scale to something like this. Then go to colors and change the brightness and the contrast. Then go to modifier properties. Now we need to add a subdivision modifier to this. So minimize this, add modifier, subdivision surface modifier. Change this both to 1, minimize this and place this modifier below the displace modifier. Make sure the displace modifier, subdivision modifier, particle system is the order. Select this, right click, shade smooth. Go to camera view using number at 0. Now we go to displacement to ground. Select this, go to particle properties and select the particle system for the bushes. I'm going to increase the scale a little. If you go to material preview mode, you can see the bushes like this. Going to the render and increase the scale 0.25. Going to decrease the randomization a little. As you can see, my viewport is slowing down. Go to solid mode. Now we need to apply material to our cherry branches. So go to here and select the cherry branches collection. Right click, select objects, press period key to zoom into that one. Go to local view using /. Now we need to apply the material to this one. So select this one first. Go to shading tab. Go to local view using /. Go to material preview mode. Then change this to object. Click new. Change this name to cherry branch. Then select the principal BSDF, Control Shift and T in the keyboard. Then select the cherry leaves we downloaded, which is this one. As you can see, select the albedo, normal map and the roughness map. Then principal texture setup. Now select the base color and if you go to UV editing workspace, press / to come out of local view, go to / again. Select this one. As you can see, we can't see the textures in this one clearly. So go to shading tab, select the base color and click this open icon and select the 4K render we downloaded, which is this one. Then click open image. Then go to UV editing workspace. As you can see, now we can see the leaves clearly. So we will place the UV on this one properly and switch it to this one. Go to face selection mode, select this, press L in the keyboard. And make sure we selected all the leaves on the stem like this. Make sure we don't select the cherries. Go to islands, select this, G to move and move the leaves according to your preferences in an appropriate position. Select this, I'm going to place this here though, since it's not really that big. Go to vertex selection mode and assign the UVs properly. As you can see, we assigned the UVs properly for that one. Now we need to assign the UVs for these ones. So select this, press L in the keyboard, select the cherries, then go to top view using number 7, press U in the keyboard, project from view. Since it's not going to be a close-up scene, we don't need to worry about that. Go to islands, select this one, G to move. I'm gonna place this here. Make sure you place the cherries on different types of colors. Then go to shading tab, select this one, right click, shade smooth. Now our cherry is looking good. Now we need to select the other branches. So come out of local view using /, go to here, select the cherry branches collection, right click, select objects, press period key to zoom into that one, select this one, shift select this one, then shift select this one last, then control plus L in the keyboard, link materials. As you can see, this will link the material to that one. Now select this one, go to UV editing workspace, come out of local view using /, then go to local view again, select this one, shift select these ones. Make sure you selected all the leaves, then press L in the keyboard to select the stem. Then minimize this. Now we need to assign the UVs properly. Now select this, press L in the keyboard and select those 3 cherries. Go to top view using number 7, press U in the keyboard, project from view. Now we got something like this. Now come out of local view using /, go to the cherry branches collection, go to object mode using tab, select the cherry branches collection, right click, select objects, press period key, zoom into that one, select this one. We need to assign the UVs properly for this one. Go to local view using /, go to edit mode using tab, select the cherries first, press L in the keyboard to select the cherries first. We're going to apply the UV to that one properly. Go to top view using number 7, press U in the keyboard, project from view. Go to face selection mode and select the leaves. Then select this branch, press L in the keyboard, then select the cherries like this. Now minimize this window. Now that we made all these UVs arranged properly, as you can see, it's looking like this. Then go to shading tab, go to local view using /, it's looking like this. Now that we arranged all the UVs for the cherry leaves properly, select the base color, click this open icon, then select the albedo instead, then open image. Now as you can see, it's looking like this. Now we need to add the translucency texture. So select this, shift D to duplicate, place it here, click the open icon, then select the translucency, open image, then connect the vector to vector. Now we need to add a translucent BSDF, shift plus A, shader, translucent BSDF, place it here, connect the color to the color. Then we need to add a mix shader, shift plus A, shader, mix shader, place it here, connect this to the bottom and connect this to the top. As you can see, we got translucency to our branches like this. Now go to camera view using number 0, select this one. There is a low more bump, we don't need that much. So I'm gonna change this bump strength to something like this. 0.2 looks good. Then change this 0.2. 0.15. Go to rendered mode, Then change this render range into cycles. You can see the realistic view that way. As you can see, our water got water waves in it. I'm going to change this back to EV though, as my viewport is really slowing down. Go to material preview mode, go to layout mode, come out of local view using / camera using number 0. Now all our scene is assigned properly. So go to top view using number 7, bring out the camera and lighting connection, bring out the rocks collection. We don't need the reference anymore. So hide this in the viewport and the render. Now we need to add the rocks in the proper place. So go to camera using number 0, select the rocks collection, right click, select objects. So you can see it's really small, S to scale, Ctrl+A, rotation and scale. I'm gonna place this to here. Go to top view and place the rocks properly. Now that we assigned all the rocks properly, select the plane, go to particle properties, select the bushes particles. I'm going to increase this number to a 500. Then select the particle system for the grass. I'm going to increase this number to a 10,000. So you can see we got a lot more grass now. Now save the file, save. Then go to render properties, change this render range into cycles. If you have a graphics card, you can change this to GPU compute, which is faster. You can find out whether or not you have a graphics card by going to edit preferences, then go to system, then cycles render devices. I have an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti graphics card and an Intel 11th generation i5 core. Since I am using a screen recording, I am only using graphics card for rendering. If you want, you can tick both CPU and GPU. I selected the CUDA option. If you have an RTX graphics card, you can see it in the optics option. These are all new options in Blender. Then make sure the autosave preferences is turned on, then close this window. Then the render properties. In this render, this is a maximum samples for render. I'm going to change this to a 2000, as I think that's more than enough to render the scene. Make sure the denoise option is turned on in the render. That will get rid of the noise in the background. Then go to color management and change this look to high contrast. That will make our scene more vibrant. If you want, you can change the tile size for your GPU here. I'm gonna leave it as default though. If you're going to render using a transparent background, you can go to this film and turn on this transparent option, but I'm going to render it using the clouds in the background. So minimize this. Then go to output properties, which is this printer icon. Here you can change the resolution for your final render. I'm going to do a test render. So I'm going to change this to 20%. Then go to the render properties. I'm going to change this sample to a 500 as I am going to do a test render. Then save the file, save. Always save a file before rendering. Then render image. As you can see, this is our test render. We need to increase the grass count. As you can see, the grass number is a lot less. And as you can see, the scene got less lighting. We need to add sun lamp to our scene so that our scene is looking more vibrant and the shadow is not overpowering. So close this window, select the plane. I'm going to change this back to 100. I'll increase it once we add the sunlight. So Shift+A, light, sunlight. Go to top using number 7. G to move and move the sunlight to here. Then Shift+D to duplicate and place this here. Select this both, press M in the keyboard, change this collection name to camera and lighting. Now go to front view using number 1, G to move, Z to move and move this to here. Select this one, R to rotate it to here. Select this one, R to rotate and rotate it here. Go to top view using number 7, select this, R to rotate. Select this, R to rotate and rotate it like this. Then select the one on the left side. Go to object data properties, this lamp icon. Increase the strength to 6. Then select this one, increase the strength to 1.5. Then I'm going to change this one to a light blue color. Then I'm going to select this one and change this color to a light yellow color. Then go to rendered mode. Go to camera using number 0. As you can see, we got lot more light in our scene now. Then go to solid mode. Now we need to add a third sun lamp so that we can place it in the back here. So shift plus S, cursor to world origin, shift plus A, light, sunlight, then select the sunlight, press M in the keyboard, change this to camera and lighting. This will add to that collection. Now go to top using number 7, select that sunlight, G to move, Y to move, and place it here. Now go to front view using number 1, G to move, Z to move, and place this at this position like this. Now go to side view using number 3, R to rotate, and rotate it to like this. Now select this one, go to object data properties, change this sunlight value to 1.5. Then I'm going to change this color to a light yellow. Now select this sunlight, I'm going to change this value to 10. Then select this one, I'm going to change this to 2. Now we got the sunlight assigned properly. Now we need to correct the grass and bushes collection. So select the plane, go to camera using number 0, go to particle properties, then select the bushes particle system, then change this number to 720. Then I'm going to increase this seed number to 6. Just looking good. Then go to this source under the emission and change this to faces. You can change this to volume, faces, or vertices. I'm going to change this to faces, which will be the default. Then turn on the use modifier stack. This will use the modifier and place the bushes above the modifiers like this. Then change this distribution type to random. Then minimize this. Go to rotation and change this randomize option to 0.08. Then change this random face option to 0.05. Then go to render and change the scale to 0.3 and the scale randomization to 0.15. Now that's looking good. Then go to the grass collection. We currently have a simple one clump of grass. We need to go to the grass clump collection. Select this, right click, select objects, place mouse cursor here, press period key in the keyboard to zoom into that one. Go to local view using /, go to front view using number 1. I'm going to duplicate this grass twice. Select this, shift D to duplicate, X to move along x-axis and place this here. Shift D again, X to move along x-axis and place it here. Now select this, S to scale, Z to scale among z-axis. I'm gonna scale it to something like this. Then select this, S to scale and scale it to here. S to scale, Z to scale, and scale it to something like this. Now we got 3 types of grass here. Select these 3, Ctrl+A, rotation and scale. This will apply the rotation and scale to that grasses. Come out of local view using /. Now go to camera view using number 0. Select the plane, go to grass particle system. Then change this number to 50,000. Now we got lot more grasses in our scene as you can see. Then I'm going to change this seed number to 4. Then go to the source and turn on the use modifier stack option. This will use the displace modifier and the subdivision modifier and place the grass above that one. Then change this to random. Make sure the emit from faces is turned on. Then minimize this. Then go to rotation. I'm going to change this randomize rotation option to 0.05. Then the random face option to 0.05. Then go to render and change the scale option to 0.35. Then scale randomization to 0.15. Now that assigned properly. Now we need to assign the leaves to the trees properly. So select the tree which is this one, then go to particle system, then click this 3 icon which says displace number of users of this data, which means there is a total number of 3 users in this viewport that uses this particular particle system. We need to make this into a single copy, so click this 3 icon. As you can see, this will make this into a new particle system. I'm going to change this seed number to 2. Then go to the source and make sure the vertices is selected. I'm using the vertices option. If you want, you can select the faces or volume option, but I prefer the vertices though. Then minimize this. Go to the randomize rotation to 0.35. Then the random face option to 0.295. Then the renders option, change the scale to 0.072. Then change this to 0.1. If you want, you can customize your own tree your own way, but I prefer these values though, since I tested it once before. Then select this tree, go to particle system and click this 2 icon. This will make this into a new particle system, as you can see. Then go to the source and make sure the vertices is selected. I'm gonna leave it like this though. If you want, you can change the randomize rotation and randomize phase, but I'm gonna leave it like this. Then change the scale. I'm gonna change this to 0.083. Then change this to 0.1. Then select this tree. As you can see, this only uses this particle system. There is no one else. I'm gonna change this seed number. I'm gonna change this to 6. Then make sure the vertices is selected. Then I'm going to change this scale to 0.075 and change this to 0.1. Then select this aspen tree, which is the rightmost one. Then go to particle system. I'm going to change this number to 4000. Then I'm going to change this seed number to 3. Make sure the vertices is selected here. Then I'm going to change this to 0.252. Change this to 0.21. 0.08, 0.05. Then go to here and click this 3 icon. This will make this into a single object, as you can see. Otherwise, if we change this one, this will change this too. We don't want that. Then select this one, click this 2 icon. I'm gonna leave it like 4000. Then change this seed. I'm gonna change this to 2. In the source, make sure vertices is selected. Rotation, I'm going to change this to 0.3 and this to 0.205. I'm going to increase the scale to 0.18 as my tree is really big. So I'm going to change it to 0.06. Then select this aspen tree, which is one at the back. Then go to here. As you can see, there is only one single user for this. I'm going to change this number to 4600 as that tree is the really big one in this scene. Then I'm going to change this to 11 to make it more randomized option. Make sure vertices is selected. Then I'm going to change this randomize option to 0.3, 0.205. I'm going to increase the scale to 0.15 as that tree is really big. Otherwise, we're going to have to increase the number of leaves. We don't want that. Then change this to 0.1. Now that we changed all that, select this one. Go to shading tab. I'm going to increase the bump. I'm going to change this bump a little, 0.1. Then I'm going to increase this a little, 0.085. So you can see it's looking like this. Then go to layout mode. If you go to rendered mode, as you can see, our scene is looking like this. Then save the file. I'm going to save it as a different file though. Then go to solid mode, go to render properties. Then I'm going to change this maximum sample to 2000 as I think that's more than enough to render the scene. Make sure the color management at the bottom is high contrast. That will make our scene look more vibrant. Then go to output properties. I'm going to change this to 100% as I'm going to render my final scene. And make sure the file format is PNG in the output of the output properties. This will render a PNG image, then render image. This is my final render. As you can see, if you like this video so far, please give a like to this video in the bottom. And if you're new to this channel and you want to get more videos like this, you can subscribe to this channel using the subscribe button at the bottom. And if you want to get notified while I release new videos, you can press the bell icon below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.